French House, located in the heart of the original village of Williamsburg. It's a French house, built in 1831 by John and Jane French on the old National Road. The house is still beautiful today. Williamsburg was named after one of the French's boarders, James Reynolds. The French House, along with being a residence, has been a tavern, doctor's office, antique shop, and recently a store called Under the Arbor, selling gifts for home and garden. Some of many windows in the French House have their original float glass panes. Today, the house is reasonably in good condition. It is the oldest standing house in Williamsburg. Underground Railroad. Williamsburg was a key spot on the Underground Railroad because of its location and the number of boaters here. Slaves traveling north from the Ohio River were sent from Columbus along East Main Street, to Williamsburg. The, the David Graham House, 1312 Eporth Avenue, still standing after 150 years, was a major underground station. There was also a cave off of Main Street near Wagner Road, a room under the old Primitive Baptist Church on South Jackson Avenue, and the Alexander W. Livingston Seed Farm, among others that provided hiding during the day and transportation at night for escaped slaves. Livingston employee Benjamin Patterson was one of the slave haulers. He drove Livingston's long wagon, the Ark, which had seats along the side and transported fugitives to the next station at Granville, Utica, or Mount Vernon on the way to Lake Erie in Canada. Devil Speedway. The racetrack was on the site of the Huntington Bank family home. The property had become a quarry to supply bank run gravel. This was mainly used to level the floors of huge new buildings at the Defense Construction Supply Center in Whitehall. There were two gravel pits, one in the front and one in the back of the home. Some of the races took on an endurance test. You drove your car 3 times around the track, hopped out of the car, and onto a bike for 3 more laps, then off the bike and onto a foot race, then back into the car for the final 3 laps. One can only imagine a lone contestant or two still in the foot race when the cars came speeding by. 1935 aerial view. You're looking at a 1935 aerial view of Williamsburg taken by James Ruvolt, owner and publisher of the Williamsburg Press from 1930 to 1941. He took this aerial view of the little country town of Williamsburg, Ohio in 1935. You're looking east with the tree line being Blackley Creek, the famous National Road, U.S. Route 40, traverses directly through town. As you can see, Silent Home Center can be seen at the upper right. The water tower was between Main Street and Broadway, just east of Jackson Street. Williamsburg is now a suburb of Columbus, the state capital of Ohio. At the time this photo was taken, it was described as being 10 miles east of Columbus. Memory Bridge. Located over French Run Creek, there once were 2 footbridges. One that remains has withstood the test of time and holds a special place in the hearts of many people. This bridge became a place that shared in fond memories of promises made and promises broken. Many times love endured after those first crushes and first kisses were experienced while crossing this romantic bridge. Neighborhood basketball hoops. It was made like 2 years ago. It's important because a lot of people in our neighborhood like to play basketball. We play it all the time on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursday, every day. And yeah, I think it should stay there because people are talking about tearing it down because there's been a lot of fights over here. So I think it should stay there because it's very important to people who actually play it. Why? Because, oh wait, it is here because somebody made it come here a while ago, and he took the time to build it all by himself for everybody else in the community. That's why I think it is important. This is the farmland. It is important because it is a valuable thing for our community and for its animals that live there. And what lives there are cows, chickens, and horses. It's been there since like 1900, something like that, something crazy like that. And it sold land to the people that live there, that are behind us, where we live. Also, the guy who lives there, lets everybody go to his farm, and he, in his farm, makes corn and vegetables. This is Carino's Pizza. It is important in our community because everybody goes to eat pizza a lot. I go eat pizza at Carino's when I am hungry after playing basketball across the street from Taylor Road. I always eat this pizza. This was built here 2 years ago, and one of my friends over there have a job over there, so we get free pizza every time we come over here. I think this is very important because in our community, this is the closest pizza place in our whole community. So I think this place is valuable for everyone in the community. This is one of the slides at the Taylor Road Elementary, where the elementary kids go play slide, and they slide down the slide, and it is important in our immediate community because that's where little kids go to play. And they play at recess with this slide every day, and it's for all the elementary kids. Also, the slide, as you can see, is bright because of the school colors, bright yellow because of school colors, and the school colors are yellow and purple for Lewisburg. So I think this is very important to the community because it is a slide and a playground for little kids. It is a football field. It is important to our community because we play football at it, with it, and on Fridays, everybody in their community plays football at the field. We go there every Friday, winter, summer, and spring. Why? Because everybody in the community is friendly with each other. When we go there, it's around 5 o'clock, and we play football till like 9 when it gets dark. So that's why I think this is important to our community, because it is a good sport to play with other fellow brothers. The woods behind in our community, they are important to our community because they were here before us, and we kind of came in and killed all the trees and stuff. They're very important. Also, there's a lot of animals and deer that live here, and it's been here since like a while. And the deer that live here are everywhere, and I find it very interesting that they're still here, even though we took over their land. The woods behind it are very important to us in our community. So I value these woods just like anything else I would value. So I find it very important that the woods
are back here in our community.